Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time, man, and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. And in this word tonight, man, we're going to deal with another sign of the end times. And what I want to speak about is COVID-19. It's still going on, y'all. It hasn't went anywhere. And because it hasn't went anywhere, we have to really be careful how we approach this society, man. In this sign of the end times, man, I want to speak about the Delta variant becoming dominant COVID-19 strain. That's right. So even though the population is so-called getting better, but we still a long way from being COVID-19 free. Again, in this sign of the end times, I want to focus on the Delta variant becoming dominant, becoming the dominant COVID-19 strain. There's an article from CNN that just posted yesterday. I want to speak on that, man. But before I do, I want to bring out a couple scriptures. In Leviticus 14 verses 35 and 36, it speaks about mildew being in the house. And what ended up happening is the priests, and this was in the ancient time, the priests would inspect the house, and then he would make sure the house is emptied, so nothing be found ceremonially unclean. And that's the same approach that you gotta do with this COVID-19, man. You gotta be real careful and inspect these areas where you're going. Just because people got masks on, or just because the vaccination is out here, you assume people that ain't got no mask on that they fully vaccinated. And that ain't the case, man. So in the Bible, it tells you, man, you got to be careful. And in Leviticus 13 verses 45 through 46, it speaks about suffering from skin disease. And then with the skin disease, it talks about those that suffering from the skin disease, you ought to tear your clothes, leave your hair uncombed, and then cover your mouth and call out unclean, unclean. So when we translate that to this COVID-19, if you see that there's people out here, man, that could be potentially COVID-19 prone, you ought to get away from them, man. Yeah, you ought to get away from them. And so I want to read this article, man, in CNN that's talking about the Delta variant of COVID-19. And according to CNN, it's expected to become the dominant strain in the United States. And it's further reason why people need to ramp up the vaccination pace, according to CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Now, according to last Friday, Dr. Rochelle Walensky said that the Delta variant's increased transmissibility could allow it overtake the Alpha variant, which was first identified in the United Kingdom. And it's saying it's coming in the United States the months to come. All right. And over there in UK, it says that the UK variant was more transmissible, which is, it says now nearly 70% of the virus over there. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to bring out the important points, man. The article, according to CNN, states that another vaccine expert says the time is running out to get ahead of potential strains of variants, as odds stack against the U.S. Reaching President Joe Biden's goal of 70% of adults at least partially vaccinated by 4th of July. So right now, that might be in serious trouble. 70%, the goal of 70% of the adults being partially vaccinated by the 4th of July. That's in serious threat. That's in serious jeopardy right now. I mean, listen, man, when you look all over Israel at these sports events, these restaurants, a lot of people, man, a lot of people is out here treating it like we back to normal, and we ain't nowhere near back to normal. According to CNN, the article states there's 13 states that have fully vaccinated more than half of its residents. It says more than 44% of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated, or that's equivalent to 148.5 million people. So if it's only 44% of the United States population fully vaccinated, that means it's 56% of the people that's prone to get COVID, man. So that's more than 50% of the population. And people out here way too loosely, man. Y'all better be careful, bro. And this is according to the data from CDC. And some of those states that are fully vaccinated is Connecticut, Hawaii, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Washington. And the article goes on to say, while the pace of vaccinations across the country has slowed, more than 900,000 new people on average become fully vaccinated daily. So, I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do, I guess. But at the same time, man, we still got a long way to go, man. We still got a long way to go, y'all. The article also states in California, it says, variants should encourage people to get vaccinated, says experts. The U.S. has already seen surges of the highly transmissible Alpha and Delta variants, while the spread of Gamma variant is growing in several states. So, listen, man, if you out here thinking it's sweet, you might want to think again. The article says to attain herd immunity, or the point at which the virus cannot easily spread within a community, experts have offered estimates of its requiring the inoculation through infection or vaccination of between 70 to 85% of the population, man. And like I say, according to CDC, 53% of the population have received at least one dose of the vaccine. And it also states that only 65% of the adults have received at least one dose. So we in trouble, y'all, man. I'm telling you. What's the name of the word? Sign of the end times, biblical news, man. And we dealing with the Delta variant, man. It's out here, y'all. So just be careful, man. And don't think that it's sweet out here, because it ain't. I mean, we in dangerous times, and we have to really be careful, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. And you sincere brothers and sisters, stay prayed up at all times, man. And keep Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, first in everything that you do, man. Stay tuned, man. Shalom.